The forex market never sleeps, and neither do I. So let's go and see what today's charts have to show us. Now, if you're new to the channel, my name is Nick, and I'm a top author on TradingView with over 260k reputation points, and every day I share a lot of free education and analysis for all of you. So make sure that you subscribe to the channel, and I will see you on the charts. In today's video, I want to speak about GBPUSD. Now, why do I want to speak about the cable? Because at the moment, we actually have quite interesting price action and structure. So what I will be doing is, as usual, providing a complete multi-time frame top-down analysis. Starting from the technical side, we will then go and see what we have from a COT perspective. So commitment of traders, which is basically what hedge funds and the non-commercials in the market are doing. And by the end of the video, by using a combination of these two different types of analysis, we will try to understand where we have the highest probabilities for a potential move here on the pair. And as usual, I will be keeping this as educational as possible. Now, starting here from the monthly time frame, what we can clearly see is that this area is a quite strong historical structure area. In fact, it was acting as resistance here, again resistance here, again resistance here. And since the market has now broken above the zone, we can expect the market to go and retest this previous resistance, which is now turned support since the market is approaching it from above. So here in the monthly, it seems like in the long term, we can expect more continuation to the downside in the following months for the market to go and test this support before creating a potential rejection to the upside. Now, if we go down on the weekly time frame, what do we see? Now, here in the weekly time frame, we see a quite different scenario. In fact, we can see how on the weekly, we are actually bounded in between two structure levels. The two structure levels that I'm speaking about are this previous resistance, which is now again resistance here and resistance here, and this previous support, which is now again support here and should be acting as support again here, which means that from a weekly perspective, what is happening is that we are currently bounded in between this resistance and support. And until we will remain bounded in between these two levels, it's very risky to be looking for opportunities from a long-term perspective, because clearly here on the weekly, we are bounded. However, a little bit more continuation to the downside, at least to the bottom of this range, seems quite likely. So we can expect here on the weekly more continuation to the downside, at least to this bottom range. Just a quick thing, make sure that you like the video, subscribe, and let me know in the comments any suggestions for new videos. Going down on the daily time frame, what do we see? Now here in the daily time frame, we do see a quite interesting situation. In fact, first of all, we can see how the market at the moment, in creating this move to the downside, has just printed this M pattern. Now, in general, after the creation of an M pattern, what you expect is for the market to create a move to the upside to go and complete the pattern at the previous support turned resistance. That is basically the usual completion zone of an M pattern. The neckline, which in this case is currently lining up exactly at this area, which, as we have just seen, is this previous support that the market created when it printed this green candle to the upside, which now that the market has broken it to the downside is turned resistance here. So on the daily, we can expect short-term bullish price action before then a potential continuation to the downside. So there is first a short-term longing opportunity here, and then a longer-term bearish opportunity back down and shorting opportunity back down to the bottom of the weekly range, as we have previously identified it at this area. Now, if we go and see what we have from a COT perspective, which is basically what hedge funds and the non-commercials in the market are doing, we can see that we have a situation which is matching quite beautifully what we already see here from a technical perspective. In fact, we can see how we just went from having 32k net positions with 55k longs and 23k shorts all the way down to having 4.7k net positions. So in the long term, net positions are decreasing, so we can expect this long term a shorting opportunity. However, in the short term, we can see a massive increase in the net positioning, going from a negative minus 24k to a positive 4.7k, meaning that with the last report, we have clearly seen positions going from and institutions going from having more shorts than longs to currently having more longs than shorts, with 14.8k longs added with the last report and 14.5k shorts getting closed. So the pound is actually getting quite strong. So there is definitely a potential short-term longing opportunity here that is starting to build up. So how we will be looking for this potential setup with students? Now, as usual, we will be reactive and not predictive. The monthly, weekly, and daily, those are the best time frames from a directional perspective. However, when it comes to confirmations and entries, the best time frames are the 4-hour and the other intraday time frames. So with students, we will be monitoring price action from a 4-hour perspective and lower during this move to the downside. And we will be waiting for the market to shift from an intraday bearish market as we have right now to an intraday bullish market. And only if the market will shift from an intraday bearish to an intraday bullish market, only at that point we will be adding GBPUSD to our watch list. And as soon as the market will provide to us one of our valid entries, we will be taking a nice long with a good risk to reward and good probabilities at that point for the move to the upside and for the market to complete the pattern at this previous support turned resistance here from a daily perspective. If you enjoyed the video, make sure that you smash that like and comment below. It really does support the creation of more free education analysis for all of you. You can also go and check out the mentorship program. The link is in the description. It's a very complete program. First, you learn all the rules of my rule-based strategies. Then you get a new daily market breakdown every day showing you how to apply the strategies in actual real market. And you also get your questions answered every single day in the daily Q&A session. So it's a very complete program. I suggest that you go and check it out. The link is in the description and I will see you in it.